watching the video, the guy that does the Q proof, he does the insane ones. He's like that British guy with a really bad hairdo. And no offense, bro, if you've seen my video, I wish you'd do something with your hair. It's okay. I like it, man. You do it well. But that being said, had a combination of things came together, and it was his video, had this one little missing piece. And I don't even remember exactly what it was. But combined with everything else, it finally dawned on me what the plan is, just the nuts and bolts, the black and white. We got devolution and all this stuff. That's the complex plan, the simple plan, and what is working beautifully and how things have played out are exactly according to plan. This is why everyone keeps saying trust to plan. So in a nutshell, simply, the establishment had been running this country faking elections and everything for decades, decades and decades and decades. We knew this big push was happening right now to basically do the Great Reset, to kill off a huge chunk of humanity, to hand the United States over to China. It was all slated to happen. So the good guys brought in Trump and said, here's what we need you to do. So Trump came in and he really just messed up their plans. Hillary was supposed to be in for that 4 years. He broke all sorts of stuff that they were planning on doing, set them back tremendously. Now what he knew would happen. What the plan was to set them up. So they were going to have to do some major shenanigans to try to get back on track. That process was going to elevate this to a new level. Or essentially, that process was going to force them to break the law. And the second they break the law is the second that devolution technically can happen, is the second that the military steps in, because it is the moment that the occupying power. We keep hearing about that whole 11.3 and the war manual thing. All of that starts to make a lot of sense. We have been occupied for a very long time, but there are certain things that are not allowed to happen. It's just the way it is. Rules of military. So again, Trump came in, he forced them to cheat because of how popular he was. Foreign powers had to come in and help them cheat. And in doing that, they broke the law, which now means we can take a leash off the military. That had to happen. They had to cheat on the election. That was always part of the plan. Trump was never supposed to win the election. In fact, if he did, strong chance, it would have been hard for us to get to that next level because we wouldn't have had the insane war more times. No, this was the only way forward, was to get the military involved. And the only way to legally get the military involved was to get our occupying forces to break the law. That is, I'm almost sure what we're experiencing right now. No question about it in my mind. Emerald Robinson says America is now post-constitutional society. The federal government has no actual legal boundaries. Our corrupt political elites recognize no limits to their whims. They do not even pretend to be public servants anymore. They consider themselves to be your rulers. I think it's obvious, right? I mean, even to those that are partially asleep. Isn't this statement pretty telling? I love it. Truly. Popular rapper and former Trump hater now is announcing he's joining Nicki Minaj, Rihanna. And now, oh, yeah. 50 Cent yo yup. Did. He sends getting in there. I didn't realize I'd be paying 62% of my income to the IRS. A fun little video we've got here. Let's check it out. I didn't realize I would be paying 62% of my income back to the IRS. So that does change a lot. Pay your fair share. Just like middle-class folks do, trickle-down economics has never worked. It's time to grow the economy from the bottom in the middle out. That's the argument, that's the substance of why he says it's necessary. What's your response to that today? Now that he's president? No. When you just tell an individual that you're going to not keep 62% of your earnings because you live in this area. I don't like New York City that much. I don't like the people enough to say it in Texas. Amen 100%. True. Texas is great, and it truly is bigger, really big. It's giant. It's a big state. But, yeah, you just tell people. Hey. So just think about it this way. Every dollar you make, I'm going to take 62 cents of it just because you live here in New York. Now, I understand. Don't worry. That's fine. We're going to pay you $20 an hour. So what that means is for every hour you work, I'm going to take $12.40 of your income, $12.40 of $20 that you make an hour. Well, now you don't really make $20 an hour. You make like 5.60 cents. That's what you make. So you have to work a lot of hours at 5.60 cents to pay that $2,500 $3,000 apartment fee or whatever the hell you've got. So, yeah, people don't want to stay in New York. Anyone surprised? No. Even House Democrats think Emperor Biden's $600 IRS bank spying plan is bonkers. So they're actually proposing a new number. They haven't come up with a number yet, but even the Dems are like, whoa, I guess they have come up with a number. Cool. Democratic aide noted that they're focusing on increasing the current threshold to $10,000, which is far more appropriate for what it used to be. And relative to what money is worth nowadays, $600 is obscene. So again, a lot of things are being pushed. I got the PayPal stuff where they're pushing for that right now. In fact, I'm probably going to lose my PayPal account, just letting you guys know. I think I get about 40 more transactions before they're going to shut me down. So if you guys know the way you can hit me up, email OTF and radio style. I don't know of a good platform, and I don't mind letting the government know that I'm getting money. I don't mind that, I just need something that says, like, Dan Radio Style. I can't have my real name being on the front of this. And that's what PayPal wants to force me to do. And I can't do that. So it's like I'd rather just not get money at all or figure out a way to start doing advertising. So that's one of the things that's going to have to start happening at some point, is it will either start doing advertising again. It's not about the money yet. I would like it to be at some point where I can do this on a more full-time basis. But whatever the case, just let you guys know. I'm not asking for anything. I'm just telling you, I'm about 30 transactions away from losing my PayPal. It's pretty sweet anyway, that all being said. So $10,000 seems a lot more legitimate in my mind. Now something else is super weird and just kind of got to figure this is how the deep state rolls. Folks. This is what they do. So first off, the question is, bombing stuff good? No, of course not. Right. Well, that's weird. So New Yorker puts out this article. Should the climate movement embrace sabotage? How to blow up a pipeline. Andreas Malin insists that the environmental movement rethink roots in non-violence and instead embrace intelligent sabotage. Now promoting it. It's absolutely insane. They are trying to get people to blow up pipelines. That would just one if there's people that are like, wow, we got to worry about the environment. So you're going to create a massive environmental catastrophe just to make a point about saving the environment. Oh, I got you. That's like killing an abortion doctor because you're against killing, right? In my opinion, that's two of the same thing, right? Yes. That person commits a crime when he does abortions and he kills people when he does that. I agree. But by coming in and killing him as well, you're no different, right? I mean, really no difference. The killing and is killing. Joe Rogan releases a very cool short video. He's calling it freedom. Now, I do. For all of you that are sensitive, a few of you out there are really sensitive with the F word. This has got the F word in it. He says it a few times. Okay? I'm not going to bleep it. I'm not going to try. I'm just going to warn you, it's a minute. 30.